Hello, everyone, and welcome to Hello Word, the podcast that helps you build your English vocabulary one word at a time. I'm your host, Alex, and I'm so happy you're here with me today. Our word of the day is each. So, what does each mean? Well, each refers to every one of two or more people or things, regarded and identified separately. It's a way of emphasizing individuality within a group. Think of it as giving individual attention to everyone or everything in a collection. We use each to show that something applies to every member of a group considered individually. Let's look at some ways we can use each in everyday language. Imagine you're giving out cookies. You could say, the children each got a cookie. This means every single child received one cookie. Or if you're talking about a group of students, you might say, each student needs to bring their own pencil. This emphasizes that every single student is responsible for bringing their own pencil, not just some of them. Now, let's explore some synonyms, words that have a similar meaning to each. One synonym is every. For example, instead of saying each person should have a ticket, you could say every person should have a ticket. The meaning is very similar. They both emphasize that the rule applies to all individuals. Another synonym is individual. You might say, each team member contributed to the project, or you could say, individual team members contributed to the project. Although individual focuses a bit more on the single person, the idea of separation and distinctness is present in both. A slightly less direct synonym is separate. Consider the sentence, the twins each have a different personality. We could say, the twins have separate personalities. Although separate doesn't explicitly apply something to every twin, it does highlight their individual differences. Another synonym can be single, but it is used less frequently in this context. For example, each house has a garden could be rephrased, though less commonly, as single houses have gardens to convey the idea that every house has its own garden. Let's think about antonyms now, words that have the opposite meaning of each. An antonym of each is all. If each focuses on the individual, all focuses on the group as a whole. For instance, instead of saying each person paid $10, you could say all the people paid a total of $100. Notice how each focuses on the individual contribution while all focuses on the total amount. Another antonym is together. Consider the sentence, each student worked on their own project. The opposite of this could be, the students worked together on one project. Here, each implies individual work, while together implies collaborative work. Another antonym could be combined. For example, the ingredients were each added separately. Contrast this with, the ingredients were combined into a single mixture. In the first example, the focus is on adding the ingredients one by one, individually, while in the second, the focus is on the final product as a single, unified mixture. Similarly, consider whole. Instead of saying, each part was carefully inspected, you could say the whole assembly was carefully inspected. Now, let's see how each is used in everyday life. You might hear someone say, each day is a new opportunity. This is a common expression emphasizing that you should seize every day and make the most of it. Or, if you're at a restaurant with friends, the waiter might ask, each and all, are ready to order? This simply means is everyone ready to order and not just a specific person. Also, you could tell your friend, we each have different strengths, indicating that everyone is strong at a different thing. Another example is each of us has our own opinion. In a school setting, a teacher might say each exercise must be completed for the exam to be valid during an important assignment. Here are some more usage examples of each in sentences and phrases. Each of the candidates presented their qualifications. Each book in the series is unique. Each year, we celebrate our anniversary. We gave each other gifts. Each and every one of you is important. Each time I see her, she smiles. Each member of the team received a bonus. Each apartment has a balcony. Each country has its own culture. Each morning I drink coffee. Let me give you some further examples to show how it can be used. Think about going to a conference where speakers are giving presentations. You might hear someone say, each speaker will have 20 minutes to present. This means everyone will have their allotted time. Or, if you're in a school or taking classes, you must do each task before taking the test. It means you need to do every single exercise before taking the exam. Imagine you are working on a group project. Each group member will have a task to do. Indicates the role division. Remember, each focuses on individuals while all focuses on the group. So, to summarize, each means every one of two or more, regarded and identified separately. We learned that synonyms like every, individual, separate, and single can sometimes be used in place of each, while antonyms like all, together, combined, and whole express the opposite meaning, referring to a group or a whole instead of individual elements. We also explored common expressions and daily uses of each. Thanks for joining me today on Hello Word. I hope you found this episode helpful. Before you go, I have a small request. If you enjoyed this episode, please subscribe to the podcast and leave a review. Your support helps others find the show, and it really means a lot to me. As a special challenge for today's episode, I encourage you to create your own sentence using the word each and share it as a comment under this video. I'm excited to see what you come up with. Until next time, keep learning and keep exploring the wonderful world of words. Thank you so much for listening, and I'll catch you in the next episode.